Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the number one most important thing for our Etsy store to get them sales, and that is the thumbnail. We're going to be doing a simple exercise to make sure your thumbnails are optimized to draw people's eyes, grab their attention, most importantly, get the click and get the sale. For you that are new here, my name is Jack and I've been running a successful Etsy store for a number of years. It's given me the free time and the opportunity to now give back the information that you need to get the ball rolling for your store, start making regular sales, start living the life that you want to live. So it's a simple exercise that we're going to be doing today, and we're going to be going onto Etsy and comparing some people's thumbnails, looking at what's working, what's not working. Need to do is jump into Etsy and start having a look at these thumbnails. I want you to start comparing your thumbnails with the ones that we see here, making sure that your photos are as good as or better than the ones we see. I'm going to open Etsy now and go through a few listings and things that you can do that will really draw the eye and grab the attention of other people. There's two things that we're going to be looking at that's going to really help your listing stand out. So I want you to start looking at the quality of the pictures and just have a look. Do my thumbnails look like these ones? Are they better? Are they worse? Are they as good as? Because these are the ones that are on the front page. I've searched something like candles, but these are the ones that are going to be standing out. They're on the front page because they're making lots of sales. So the first thing we're going to be looking at is one thing that you can do, and demonstrated quite nicely with this one. You can actually have some text in your image, and the great thing about having text in your images is that whether we want to or not, the brain will subconsciously read the text on the screen, diverting our eyes away from other listings and onto ones that have text. You see this one here, it's got multiple size and scents available, so different text that we can implement into the thumbnail if our product doesn't have text on already. Great Heinz Beans one here that really draws the eye. Now the second one that really makes these listings stand out is colours, the use of bright vivid colours against maybe plainer backgrounds. And I'll just go back up here and demonstrate. So these ones with the really bright sort of purple colours that will really grab the eye, where if you've got maybe some duller colours, you're not going to really be drawn towards them ones. And it's all about really on a page, if you're looking at the page as a whole, trying to think, what listing is my eye getting drawn towards here. So you can see here the Biscoff candle, it's got some really vivid bright red colours, and that's going to draw the eye to your thumbnail away from the other ones. So that's great, and that's really the first thing that people are looking at. And once you've got the click, then you're one more step towards making a sale. So there's one more thing that I'm going to address that I see people doing all the time that I think is a really, really bad idea, and one thing that you should be doing that's really going to maximise the attention that's given to your listing. Now, we've only got a very small sort of frame to get what we're selling in there. Please, please, please make sure that that frame or that image, 90% of that image is taken up with what you're selling. We don't need a zoomed out version of what you're selling with 8 or 9 different things in the background. We want to be taken up as much of that thumbnail as possible with what we're selling. Make sure you have your item as zoomed in as possible. Really get that item filling up at least sort of 90% of that thumbnail, and that's really going to help. Number one, it will simplify things for people. They'll be able to see what you're selling straight away, whether they're interested or not. The brain doesn't have to think. When you've got different things going on in an image, you look at it and you get put off straight away because you don't actually know what the item is that's for sale. So you can see here that you've got some of these listings with just a single item and it's taken up most of the picture. And if you scroll through, you'll probably see some other ones that have, these are going to be good thumbnails. What I'll do, I'll go back right to sort of a few pages in. There's a few here that instead of taking up most of the thumbnail, you've got several items in the thumbnail, which again, it doesn't really grab the attention, it doesn't really draw the eye, it's a bit confusing about what's selling. So really take that point on board and make sure the item that you've got for sale is taking up the majority of space within your thumbnail, and don't have so we've got this pamper hamper one. I understand it's a pamper and they've got lots of different items in there, and I'm sure they're selling great, but for me having multiple items in there, it's confusing about what you're actually getting. I understand that's a hamper, so you do get lots of different items. The main point to take away is keep that item that you're selling taking up 90% of that picture, nice and zoomed in, easy to see. So hopefully you found that useful, and that's given you a few bits of information that you can use with your listings, making sure that they're standing out in the search results. Now what I want you guys to do is go away, look at your thumbnails, make sure, like I said, they're as good as, if not better, than the ones that we've just been looking at. Every time you do your listings, your photos are going to get better, and eventually you will get to a point where your listings are on that top page amongst the other ones, standing out and grabbing people's attention. If you did find this video useful, make sure you like it, hit subscribe, and if you've got any questions, leave them in the comments below and I'll be sure to get back to you, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.